Okay, let's now continue tutorials in playing major and minor scales, arpeggios, and chords on organ manuals. And today's turn is A flat major scale arpeggio and chords. Let's take a look at the small keyboard that we have here, Henrietta reed organ. It will sound really nice for our application. And the first thing is natural major scale. This tutorial was requested by Dawn, who is our Total Organist member, and she wanted to know all the basically ways to get fluent in playing such scale. So in addition to playing the scale normally, I will teach you a little other methods how to get fluent and up to speed. So here is the scale. If you have more octave, you can continue 1 octave higher, but in our keyboard I only have up to treble C. So the note, the last note will be this in A flat major scale. And I also have, of course, provided fingering for you in this scale, so you can check out the description of this video if you want fingering written in next to the scale, arpeggios, and chords for you, and that will lead you to the link to the score. So let's start slowly. Natural major scale. Once you can do it slowly like this, then play it in increasing length of fragments, stopping first at every eighth note, like this, with dotted notes. So the rule of the thumb here is to put in the right hand part the thumb on the note C and on the note F. C and F. C and F. Like this. And in the left hand, also on the note C, and but on the note G. C and G. G, C, G, C. So once you can do that, then you do, as I said, those dotted notes. Then double the fragment and stop at the beginning of every quarter note. Then half note. although the half note would be a little different, like this. Like this, every 8 notes. And then stop at the beginning of every measure. Basically stopping at the start and at the end, at the top, right? And then finally entire scale without stopping. So each step you have to do at least 3 times in a row without mistake, and don't rush it, because sometimes it's more complex than it looks at the beginning, but it's worth doing it. And the next thing on the menu is short arpeggio. The fingering is based on chords, of course, major chords, tonic chords. So we don't necessarily are concerned about the first note, last note, and the second note, but the third note is sometimes changing. So in the tonic chord, 3 is in the middle, in the 6th chord, 4 in the middle, and in the 6/4 chord, 4 in the middle. 3, 4, 4, right? If you have one more octave, you can continue upwards. And the same is with the left hand. 3, 4, but then in 4/2, 6/4 chord, 3 is in the middle, like this. 3, 4, 3, 3, 3, 4, and 3. Both hands. So in order to get fluency, you could obviously use the same method as before and do dotted notes. Then quarter notes. And then half notes. Oh, I'm too high. Yes, on a little keyboard like this with 4 octaves, you have to shorten the version of this exercise. Okay, and if you want even more fluency, stop at the beginning of every measure. Like this. Very simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then would be entire arpeggio without stopping. Right, so practice, of course, each step separately 3 times in a row without mistakes. In increasing length of the fragment, dotted notes, then stopping at every quarter note, at every half note, at every measure, and then 2 measures at a time, and then entire thing, if you have a longer keyboard like this. All right, let's turn the page and do longer arpeggios. Longer arpeggios. We start with the second finger. 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. You can continue upwards, but I'm gonna stop here. 4, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 2. And left hand. 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4, 2. 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2. Both hands. And again, if you want more fluency, you can do dotted notes like this. Quarter notes. Half notes. And entire measure. If you have one more octave, then the last step would be 2 measures at a time, like this. Like this. Okay, and tonic chords at the end. We already figured out the fingering, so it's easy. 3, 4, 4, 3, 4, 4, 3. 3, 4, 4, 3, 3, 4, 3 in the left hand. Both hands. I don't have the space in my keyboard, so I'm going to use the hands closer together, but if you have, that would be nice right here to have 1 octave apart. So like this. And since these are quarter notes, they're relatively slow. You don't need to do it really fast, but you could hold the first note longer and then second shorter. And then every 4 notes. Each step has to be done 3 times in a row without mistakes to be manageable. Okay, so this is a really useful skill to master if you're playing a hymn in A flat major or any piece in A flat major, right? And you want to know the key better, how the piece is put together, how it's constructed. And if at least one episode of the piece is in E flat major, it's worth playing that A flat major scale arpeggio and chords to build up your knowledge of the scale. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Click on the description of this video, you will get the link to the score with fingering available too. And look forward for my next video tutorial very soon. Bye bye.